entities. There is also a global occurring phenomenon which is being realized right now. This phenomenon includes the use of drugs such as magic mushrooms. It is believed that any use of these types of drugs causes hallucination. The term hallucination describes a person seeing something which isn't there, a projection of his own imagination. Now it is known that for an event to become confirmed, there must be more than one witness. The more people who report on an event, the more trusted it gets. Now the hallucinations people get by taking these drugs seem to have too much in common for it to be random. There are entities described and categorized as machine elves by several thousands of people who use these drugs. They all agree on the same characteristics of these entities. Does this mean that it's actually not a hallucination? Could it be more to this than we know? People describe these entities of being both good and evil, having both positive and negative energy. The trips can be described as an open communication and sharing of information between themselves and the entities. It is also reported that taking the subject of Jesus Christ and God will make them angry, going so far to make your trip horrible and casting you into possession or a possessed-like state for days and maybe weeks. There is a YouTuber talking about this in a video which I will link down below. All these entities seem bent on making you worship yourself, believe in yourself, you are God and God is everything. This always seems to be their goal. These entities, as described in the video of 434, seem to pull you away from the monoteistic belief and the course action of a true believer. Similar traits can be seen in the humanistic, capitalistic and materialistic ideologies which rule our world today. In Islam, it is also described that there are entities which God also created, living among us in different dimensions/frequencies. They are called Jinn. In Christianity and Judaism, it is introduced to us as demons or fallen angels. These entities also have free will and they are known to disobey God. Many religious texts are about the relationship between God and these creations here on earth, as God reveals himself through his last creation, angels. Islamic belief says that there was one jinn called Iblis which became fascinated by man as an invention by God. He used to be the superior invention created over the angels and possibly became jealous of man as a rival. Now, creation of man was before its free will. It is known that this jinn Iblis, the snake, lured mankind into free will or higher consciousness to that degree we have now. In Christianity, Iblis is the devil. Free will. I also couldn't ignore the fact that this free will that humans have actually hasn't done much good throughout history. It is the reason for greed, for wars, for the unbalance, for killing and for the exploiting and damage done throughout history. Animals also kill and many bad acts can be seen in the animal kingdom, but they are first of all not aware of what they are doing. They also can't do enormous harm to the ecosystem and to nature as we do. With the free will that we have, we need to be guided into learning what is good and what is bad because it's merely a perception. The religions are merely guides to how you should live your life according to God and to positive good perception, natural attribute which is preferred. I started seeing that throughout history, these proclaimed prophets and enlightened speakers all had the same goal and the same teachings of good and evil. Some of them have been different because of the mental and evolutionary state of the humans at the time, and some have been changed later on. Now, most of these religious texts and prophets have not only talked about the past, but even in some cases more about the future. As I go on, you should know that I'm merely connecting the dots, which has been presented to me throughout research and through reading. In the next video, I will talk about events in the future.